What is up, my friends? So holy crap, it's been so long. I finally have my camera back. I hope you can hear me because my Jeep is really loud, but I just wanted to kind of answer some Q&As and to just kind of give you guys like an update because it's been like so long since I've talked to you last. So let's go. Okay, so hands-free. Okay, so I'm okay here. Anyways, so today is, never fails me, Wednesday, October 18th, and I think I'm like almost 4 weeks. I think today actually I'm 4 weeks post-show. Yeah, so I've been like maintaining plus 2 pounds from my stage weight. After the show, my body went through like a weird period. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, this was like the first time this has ever really happened to me, but like my body, I don't want to say regressing, but I don't really believe in regressing, but my body just wasn't working for me. I was doing, like, after a show, I eat, like, obviously post-show when I was in Vegas, so I enjoyed some good food. But then, like, when I eat good, I like to work good and hard to kind of, like, compensate and to maximize the food I'm eating, basically. And obviously, because I don't want to gain a lot of fat, so I'm going to work a little harder and do a little bit of cardio. So I was doing what I normally do post-show, and it wasn't working for me. Like, my body just looked really, really watery. Like, I was holding a lot of water. I looked soft. I looked inflamed. I literally looked like shit. But anyways, I was talking to a good friend, and this was like 2 weeks post-show, and she said, like, girl, you just look like your body looks like it needs more, and it needs more food, and like it needed like a refeed, she thought, and I needed to like take down my cardio a bit. Like, I was just pushing too hard for no reason, and so I had to like take myself out of the situation and look at it from like a third eye view. And like, sometimes when you want something so bad, or when you're so focused, you like forget common sense almost. It's really weird, but it does happen to everybody, no matter how many shows you've done. You sometimes like laser focus and you just forget your common sense. So my common sense was out the window. I was doing more cardio than I should have been doing, and I was not eating as much as I was before the show. So my body was just a flat, watery, inflamed, stressed out mess. And what I needed to start doing was, I knew my body I wasn't getting hungry anymore either. And that's when I was scared, because right before the show, when I was eating a lot and not doing a lot of cardio, my body was hungry. Like, I was always hungry, and that's good. That means that your like metabolism is on fire and your body's working for you. But when you stop getting hungry, like, that's when you kind of know like your hormones are kind of being funky, and your metabolism is kind of slowing down. So at that 2 weeks post-show mark, I knew I needed to do something, or else I'm gonna keep regressing, and my body's just gonna get worse and worse. So I decided to have a cheat. As much as I didn't want to have it because I felt like I looked like shit, I knew my body, my hormones needed the cheat, and that is the benefit of a refeed. It like resets your ghrelin and your leptin levels, which play a response in appetite and hunger and eating. So that's the biggest benefit of a refeed, because it helps to like reset those hormones. Plus, it also replenishes your muscles, and a lot of people have like a swoosh after a refeed, so meaning like they drop more weight after a refeed, because it's like the cortisol decreases, your body is relaxed, you're giving your body more food now, so it doesn't need to be stressed out and like hold on to everything. So it usually relaxes, and when it relaxes, that's when you tend to flush out some water because your cortisol is lower, and the list goes on. So my point isn't to explain what a refeed is. My point is to explain that I knew I needed the cheat, and I did do it, and my weight dropped, and it was insane. Like, that's what my body needed. My body just needed to chill. So I had the refeed, and prior to doing my shows this year, I had a refeed or two every week, and like I found like that kept my body looking awesome. Like, I was nice and full all the time, but I was still able to lose body fat. It's just like what worked optimally for my body, because like I said, my muscles were still staying full, my energy was still good, but I was still able to burn fat and maintain the muscle with these cheat meals. So I knew I needed to get back to that spot, and especially being coachless right now, I had to figure something out, and that's what I needed to do. So since my show, since 2 weeks post show, I've been having like 1 cheat a week. So I've had 3 cheats so far since my show, like my weekly refeeds basically, and I found that now I'm hungry again, like my weight is more stable, it's not fluctuating, I don't look like a big watery mess, and when I do start looking like a watery mess, it's always right before I need that cheat meal. So my body is like back on schedule and back on routine, and like I'm so happy. Next thing I wanted to talk about was, this probably won't even be a Q&A, this will just be like a life update because there's just so much to tell you guys. So next I wanted to tell you guys that about the whole coaching thing. So yes, I am coachless, but I don't know why this surprises so many people. I usually do my off seasons by myself anyways. I don't normally have a coach. Last off season was probably half of my last off season is when I hired Sean, and that was probably like one of my only off seasons where I had a coach, just because like I like to save money, and in my off season, like I like to be more mentally relaxed. Like in prep, it's a stress having to like do check-ins on this certain day by this time, and it's just like an added stress that I have to follow this precise plan. I have to train exactly how they're telling me. I have to eat this many macros, whereas like when I do my own thing, I'm more like almost intuitive. Like I kind of just go with how I feel, and it sounds like there's no plan to that madness, but honestly, like I am very type A, so there is a lot of type A, a lot of planning with my intuitiveness, if that even makes sense. Like I'm very good at keeping myself like on point, like accountable for things, I find. Like I would never miss a training day, like that just doesn't even occur to me, but that's just because I've been doing this for so long. So it's not an issue for me. Like I don't need a coach to tell me you need to go to the gym. I don't need a coach to tell me like you need to do more cardio. Like I'm the type of person who does more, so I need a coach to tell me not to do more. Like that's where coaching comes in for me. Like I'm the type of person who rather like crash diet to lose fat, when really that doesn't work. It's the reason why I have a coach is to tell me like, no, this isn't gonna work, or they get me to eat the right amount while still losing fat. I just like to push harder and do more because I always think like that's what's gonna work, but I've learned that doesn't work, and obviously I can see that doesn't work from what I just went through post show. So right now what I'm doing with my diet is I have like these set macros which I follow every day. Sorry, it's like really sunny. So I have these set macros which I follow every day. I prep my meals and hit those macros with my meals, and I hit my macros with my meals that I've prepped for the week. And then, sorry, like guys, this lighting is shit. And then if I feel like I need to eat more, or if I feel hungry, then I will eat more, and I don't feel guilty about it. But I do hit these, I don't ever eat less than these macros, let me just tell you that. So I have these set macros, and then I'm eating, if I feel like I need to eat more, I will eat more above that. And I kind of like roughly track it. Like I'm not hitting macros like on the dot every day. Like I'm not really like that. Even during prep, like if I ate a little more here and there, like I don't really stress out about that. And I think it's just because I've been counting macros for so long. So I understand like an extra bite of chicken or an extra cup of green beans is not going to make me fat. I feel like I'm at that point where I understand that, so I don't really stress about it. Or like a lot of people, I know it makes me sound like I'm not that serious about it because like I don't do everything to a T as type A as I am. Like I'm so fucked. Like I'm type A, but I'm slack. Like it doesn't really make sense, but it does it to me. So yeah. So even during prep, like if there was like a bite of, like if there was something there, I would take a bite of it, no problem, and like kind of estimate the macros for it. I wouldn't really stress about it because plus or minus like a little bit of macros isn't gonna make or break you. Sorry, not sorry, but that's how I feel. So yeah. But as I'm saying, I eat these certain macros every day, and then every day I've eaten more than those macros anyways, but just in my prep meals I'm making sure I hit those macros. So I'm probably eating like a lot more than what I'm counting, but I feel good and I'm still working hard. I feel like I feel like my body is like responding well now. I feel like I've been having insane pumps and I feel tight for the most part. I would like to be tighter, but I just want to be dry and grainy. Like that's what I strive for, and I know that's not bikini, but I love being dry and grainy, but I just know it's not the time right now, especially like I'm in off season, so like what is the point of being dry and grainy and dieting for that when there's no benefit? So my goal for this off season, I hate saying off season, my goal for this improvement season is to basically obviously to grow. I need to grow my my delts, number one, my glutes, number one. My back is pretty good, but I do train it twice a week still because like I'm obsessed with back day. I've been training delts like 2 to 3 times a week, legs still 3 times a week, arms like once a week, maybe twice. Like I'll just throw in a little bit, and if I do train arms, it's only like 3 exercises for bis, 3 for tris. I don't do a lot of arm work. I do like training arms, but I just feel like at the end of my, because I add it in with either back or shoulders, and at the end of my back or shoulders I'm like done and don't really want to do more, but I obviously do. So I am reverse dieting. Like my plan is to continue to increase my calories. Obviously, as you know, my prep was very atypical as I was eating like a lot more to my last 2 shows than I ever have like in my life. So it's not like I was at very low macros and I needed to reverse diet, but after my second show, I needed, my body, like I said, went fucking weird and I needed to like get it back down. So I took my macros down a bit, and now I brought them back up again because like I said, it was like regressing, and then my body's doing good now with these macros. But yeah, so I'm like slowly gonna increase over time as I feel I need. Like if I feel tired or hungry, I'm gonna increase macros, but my goal isn't to like have a set date where, okay, like on this day I'm gonna reevaluate and increase by 10 grams carbs, 5 grams fats. Like no, like I'm not gonna do that just because like I said, I'm eating a lot anyways, and honestly, like in off season you're gonna put on weight, but to me it's not the pounds that I gain, it's quality over quantity. So I rather gain good weight than bad weight, and if I'm just gonna keep upping my food and gain bad weight, like that's just more work in the end that I have to do when I prep, because I have to fucking work harder to burn off this fat. And yes, when you gain, yes, if you have more fat, you're gonna build muscle, but you also have to remember that there's only so much muscle you can put on with that fat. So a lot of people, they gain like 15, 20 pounds thinking, wow, I gained like 15 solid pounds of muscle. No, buddy, you probably gain like 3 pounds of muscle and the rest of that is fat. And then you have to work 10 times harder in your prep to burn off that fat. And then that little 3 pounds of muscle is probably gonna go with it because you're doing so much cardio anyways. So that is my opinion on people who like bulk for off season. This is why like I think I'm very intuitive, like I said, so I just like kind of go with my body and like how I feel. I'm not going to set like a goal weight that I want to put on, and I'm not going to set like a limit to how much weight I'm going to put on, because like I said, it's quality versus quantity. Like last year I put on like 10 pounds from my off season before I prepped again, and then I never in my life would have thought I would have gained 10 pounds. But when you look at my like pictures in my off season, I wasn't even like I was heavier. I was like fluffier than obviously prep, but like I wasn't anything extreme. Like I still felt pretty lean and still felt good in my skin, and that's what I want to do this off season. My goal is to feel good in my skin while maximizing my improvement season to make the necessary changes and to make the gains that I need. So yes, like I said, just gonna kind of go with it, increase as I need, as I feel fit. I'm gonna keep my 1 cheat meal a week, 1 to 2 cheat meals a week, and I'm not gonna like focus too much on gaining a certain amount of weight or maintaining a certain amount of weight. I just want to make sure that I'm comfortable in my body, and that's what matters the most to me. I know a lot of people gain weight in the off season because they say you have to be uncomfortable, you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and like to a certain point I agree, but at the same point you have to remember like you live in your body every day and you need to feel good about yourself every day. Like I don't want to wake up and like dread what I see in the mirror or like be ashamed of my body. And I'm not saying that your image should should hold how you feel about yourself. Like, it's what's inside that matters. Obviously, like, we know that, but in reality, how you see yourself does affect how you are as a person. Like, how you see yourself reflects on everything. Like, it's how you feel, right? If you feel like you don't look good or you're not confident in your skin, that's going to reflect in your outer life as well. So my goal is just to be comfortable and happy in my body, and right now I'm doing that, and I've been maintaining a weight that I'm happy with, so that's great. And I'm eating more and having that weekly refeed, so it's good, and I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. What else has been going on? Holy. So I've been working a lot more as like nursing. Like, I've been picking up more shifts and stuff just to keep me busy. Am I fucking crazy? Also doing my online coaching still, which is great, and I love. And then I'm also doing, I just started with Advocare. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I am fucking annoying as hell and bombarding you guys with Advocare and the 24-day jumpstart. But guys, like, honestly, I won't preach about it too much on here because, like, I feel bad. If you want to learn more, let me know in the comments below, and I can, like, do just a short video on Advocare and, like, what it can do for you. But my point, like, I had a client ask me, like, what got you into Advocare? Like, why are you so passionate about it? Like, where did this come from? So just a few of my close friends started doing it. It's very new to Canada, so, like, we're one of the first ones. Like, it's less than a month old, and we're one of the first ones to bring it to Canada and, like, get it out there. But the reason why I'm, like, so passionate about it is because this shit fucking works. When I can make a difference in someone's life this easily with a simple product, I want to share that with everybody, and I want other people to be aware of it. Like, I feel like my goal is to help others and to help people reach their goals, whatever it may be. And if I can do that and make a difference in their life with a product that I know works, then that's why I want to do it. Like, I'm just excited about it. I'm passionate about it. I know this shit works, and I want to help others, and I want to impact others. And that's why, like, I'm constantly, like, preaching about it. But like I said, I won't talk much about it. I'll do another video if you want. Just let me know in the comments below. And other than that, right now it's 5:30, like, ready to go. I'm heading home to Windsor. We're having our family Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to stay in Windsor till Friday, so Wednesday to Friday, and then I work on the weekend, and I have some exciting things coming out by the end of October, so stay tuned. I'm just really happy with where my life is going. Like, there's a lot of fucking bullshit in life, guys. Like, a lot of bullshit, let me fucking tell you. But honestly, life is so good at the same time. So with good comes bad, with bad comes good. But just focus on the good things that are in your life, and just smile, make the most of it, and be appreciative for where you are, who's in your life, the connections you have. Like, honestly, life is amazing. So I really hope you change your perspective and see the good that's in your life. That was really fucking random, but I think that's all I have for you guys, and I think that will be the end of this video. It was supposed to be a Q&A, but I kind of just went on to, like, rambles about where I'm at post-show. So if you have any questions, let me know down below. I know I'm, like, the worst at responding on YouTube, but guys, I'm gonna get better, I promise it. I have to. There's no other option. So we'll see you in the next one. I really appreciate your love and support, and we'll see you in the next one for the 10th time.